Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Isabelle Knight. I am a teen writer and the middle grade fantasy author of the Enchantria series. And today I am sharing with you guys a vlog that I filmed a little while ago where I sort of documented the process of me finishing my novel. Fun fact, I actually filmed an intro to this vlog. But somehow, I don't really know how, I lost the first part of the intro. I don't know where it is, I don't know where it ended up. It's probably lost in my file somewhere, or maybe it accidentally got deleted. I don't really know. So here I am filming a new intro. But I just wanted to say that I did indeed end up finishing my book during this vlog. It was such a wild and surreal experience, and I also wanted to say a huge thank you to all of y'all who have supported me on my writing journey. All of you guys who have followed me on my vlog, my Substack, and my channel, all of my writing buddies, and also all of my readers. I really would not be where I am without you guys, and I am looking forward to where this journey takes us next. So I will let past me take over from here on out. I haven't filmed a lot of writing vlogs, mainly because I just feel really weird filming while writing. And I don't really like doing writing vlogs, at least when I'm in the middle of writing a book, when I'm in the middle of Act 2. But I am really close to finishing my middle grade fantasy, at least the first draft of it, and so I thought that now would be a good time to do a writing vlog. For those of you who don't know, my current work in progress is a cozy middle grade fantasy. It is a standalone, and I was originally hoping to write a shorter middle grade book because I wanted to take a break and write something that would be, I guess, a bit of a smaller project, easier to work on, shorter, and not like an epic fantasy, and instead write a nice cozy fantasy. But, yeah, I have been working on this book since January, so I've been working on it for almost 8 months now. And this project has definitely grown a lot since I first started writing it. It definitely isn't a short middle grade book anymore. It's probably, upper middle grade fantasy, I would say, and right now, the first draft is currently sitting at around 84,000 words, and it's kind of a mix of cozy and epic fantasy, because there are like high stakes adventures, but at the same time, it has this cozy feel to it, which I really like. And yeah, right now it is 84,000 words, which probably won't be the final word count because I have a tendency to overwrite a lot in my first drafts. And I also just have a lot of notes at the end of my document, like around 10 pages of notes. For some reason, I write all of my notes just at the end of my manuscript instead of having a separate document for them. I don't know, for me, I find it easier to access them that way. It gets pretty chaotic sometimes, but it makes it really easy to jot down random ideas and such. And so yeah, I just have like 10 pages of notes at the end of my manuscript, and so probably like 5,000 words worth of notes. I haven't really checked yet, so my manuscript is probably around 79,000 instead. But yeah, I have worked on this project a lot over the past summer, and now I think I am finally at the climax of my novel, which is it is so exciting. Like, I don't know, it feels so surreal to just finally be at the climax and to finally see how everything is coming together. And so yeah, it has definitely been a wild ride. I do not really know when I will be done with this book. I was hoping to have it done by the end of May, actually, And that didn't end up happening because there was a lot of plot threads and character arcs that I had to work through and untangle. And so here we are at the end of July, and I think maybe I could finish this novel today. I don't really know, because I'd really like to finish it today. I think it could be possible if I wrote a lot, but I also have a lot of other stuff I need to do today, including homeschool. And so we will have to see about that, but I'm really hoping to have this novel finished during this vlog, I think sometime this week. And so, yeah, I am really, really excited for it. Alright, and so now it is almost 12 p.m., which is usually when I start writing, and so I'm probably going to turn on my laptop, maybe respond to a few emails, and we shall get started on writing. And it is now like 3:30 p.m. I just had lunch, and I am officially, I think, halfway through the climax, which is really exciting. It has been really interesting writing the climax, because I think I'm very much of a pantser, and so a lot of the times as I write, I like to let the story surprise me as I go along, and the story has definitely been surprising me a lot. It's been really interesting writing the climax because the villain is very much more of a force than just one single antagonist who is a person, although there is an antagonist who is sort of a front for the actual villain, if that makes any sense. And there are still a lot of story threads and I guess a lot of character backgrounds that sort of need to be sorted out. But yeah, I am halfway through the climax and I am really looking forward to seeing where the story goes next. I probably won't be able to finish writing my book today, but I think I will definitely be able to manage it this week, I hope. But yeah, so now I think I'm probably going to go and get started on maths after I finish my grape juice, and then we will see if I have time to write later today. I don't know if I will because I am meeting up with a friend later, but if not, then I shall try and get some writing in this evening. Alright, so I just got off a call with one of my friends. My desk is currently an absolute mess, but yeah, I shared a bit of what I wrote in the climax with her, which was really fun. I don't know if I'm going to do any more writing tonight. I'd like to, I don't know if I will though, because right now it is 9 p.m. and I am tired. But we'll see. Right now, my work in progress is sitting at around 86,000 words. I haven't written a whole lot today, but I think I've probably written around 1,500 words, which is still pretty good. For the rest of the night, I think I will probably read Mercury Rain, because 2 of my friends have been reading this, and it sounds really interesting. It's kind of like a cozy Victorian series with ghosts. And yeah, so far it's been fun to read. And so I will probably do that for the rest of the night. And I might work a bit more on the climax, but we shall see. Okay, so it is like 7 o'clock right now. I've not checked in with you guys yet today. I just finished doing maths, and I wrote a bit this morning and this afternoon. I don't know if I'll be able to finish today, because I feel like I keep saying that I hope to finish today, and then it turns out that the chapter I'm working on is a lot longer than I thought it would be, and this is probably going to take me a week. Maybe, I don't really know. I would really like to finish the climax today. I don't know if that'll happen. I will probably need to buckle down and write some more this evening. And yeah, currently we are sitting at around 87,000 words. I am on chapter 26, I think. I feel like I always lose count of my chapters, but I think I'm on chapter 26. My main character has just faced the villain, and so now it's this scene is kind of like the Dark Night of the Soul, I think it's called, which is basically the scene in your novel where everything has just been building up to this point, and now it seems that everything is hopeless. And yeah, I am at that part right now. It's been going really well. I've been having a lot of fun writing this. There are still some parts of the novel that are pretty messy, that I haven't totally figured it out yet, and a lot of the writing is really clunky, but this is a first draft, and so it is allowed to be messy. I read once in Bird by Bird, which is a craft book on writing that I would recommend to older teens and adults. But yeah, I really like this book, and I really like the way that Anne Lamott talks about writing, and a lot of the advice that she shares in this book is so helpful. Anyway, I read in Bird by Bird that the first draft is the downdraft, and that is just where you get everything down on paper, even if it is really messy. And then the second draft is the updraft, and that is where you fix everything up. And I've been trying to remind myself that like, it is okay if the story is a bit messy right now. But yeah, I've also been listening a lot to the Spotify playlist that I made for my book, which, by the way, if you like to listen to music while you write, which I do all the time, I find it really nice to just have a playlist of songs that remind me of my book. We are probably going to have dinner soon, and then after that, I think I'm going to read for a bit, and then write some more. And yeah, see if I can finish the climax tonight.
And when you go, I will fall back apart. Find pieces of me all over the yard.
and chapter 26 is officially done. So it is now July 28th. It is a little bit past 12 o'clock right now. And this morning I've mainly just been working on my blog. I don't know if you can see that or not. Also, apologies if you can hear any background noise right now because I think there's construction going on downstairs. So I don't know if you can hear that, but yeah. As for writing, there's not much to update you guys on. As you guys saw last night, I officially completed chapter 26, which I am so excited about. And now I am on chapter 27. And yeah, we are going to see if we can finish writing the climax today. I probably won't be able to finish writing the novel today because after the climax there's still a lot of resolution and plot threads that need to be tied up. But we are going to see if we can get past the finale today.
Last time we talked, you had nothing to say. You chose to walk, give what we had away. I hope you get what you're looking for.
So, an update. It is like 3 o'clock right now. I just finished lunch. I didn't film a lot this morning, but I was working on a pretty emotional scene in Act 3, which was really exciting to write. Exciting? I'm not sure exciting is quite the right word, but I had a lot of fun writing it. Okay, I'm sorry, I had to move because there were a lot of people shouting out in the courtyard. But I originally set myself, earlier this week, a deadline of August 1st. I was going to try and finish my book by August 1st. And now it is July 29. I do think that it is possible to finish my book this week. However, I am like the kind of writer who does not do very well with deadlines. And having a deadline of August 1st, which is like 2 days away, not including today, but that is 2 days away, that kind of stresses me out. So I might just try and forget about the deadline and just try and work on the book because I am really close to finishing, which is super exciting. But I also don't want to stress myself out over trying to finish this book. So yeah, I'm probably going to do that. My book is now at around 89,000 words. I think maybe 90,000. I haven't really checked yet. It's definitely a pretty long book. There's a lot that I'm going to cut in the final draft, probably, but it is a really long first draft. I am almost done with the climax, which is really, really exciting. There's a lot that is finally coming to light, and a lot that I'm figuring out about the characters in this world and how everything's coming together. So yeah, that is where I am sitting right now. Yeah, so the electricity is actually out right now. So I am probably going to try and journal or read for a bit. Maybe write. Hopefully my laptop's battery doesn't die out. It's fully charged right now, so it shouldn't die out on me for a few hours at least. And then see if I can get started on math homework. But yeah, I think for now I'm going to try and forget about the deadline because I think it is just going to add a whole lot more stress that I don't need. But yeah. room because it's kind of noisy for filming outside. I just finished doing a writing sprint with a friend of mine, and yeah, I am really, really close to finishing my novel. I am, actually, I think on the last chapter, which is so exciting and also kind of mind-blowing to think that now I am on the last chapter. My novel is currently sitting at around 92,000 words. Seeing as I was on the last chapter, I thought that maybe I would stay up late since it's a Friday and try and finish my book. However, it is now 11 o'clock and my brain is really tired. And so I think I will save finishing that last chapter until tomorrow. But yeah, I wanted to just update you guys on where I'm at right now. Oh my gosh, guys! So, it is official. Right now it is August 1st. It is 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And I finished my novel. That feels so crazy to say. Like, oh my gosh. And I finally cut all of my notes that were at the end of the manuscript and I moved them to another document. And so my current word count is 89,775 words. It's definitely on the longer end for middle grade, I think. And I also wrote a lot more in this notebook because sometimes when I'm stuck with my manuscript, I like to handwrite parts of it. And so, yeah, there are just some parts of the book that are written here that I will definitely have to type up later. But yeah, I also, the climax is still really messy as well as the ending. However, I genuinely feel like I have already tried to do my absolute best with this book and with the climax and the way all of the themes are tackled in the first draft. And so I think I will leave some threads for future me to tie up because I think even though it's really messy, there are enough pieces in the first draft. There's enough information about the story and a lot more foreshadowing and just stuff that I think future me will be able to piece together in the second draft. I feel like finishing this book, I feel like I'm just still in disbelief because, like, all of these months I have spent working on this story, brainstorming plot twists, trying to figure out who the villain is, how the villain is going to be defeated, all of that, and now I am finally sitting here on a Saturday afternoon and seeing that book finished and completed with all of my characters and their quests, and just, it is really, really amazing. And I'm not entirely certain on what I'm going to be working on next. I think I will probably take a bit of a break from writing this week to just journal and read a bit and also play chess because for some reason I've decided I want to learn to play chess. And then after that, I think I might work on my Substack serial or Island Keepers. But yeah, the first draft of my middle grade fantasy is officially done, and I am going to let it sit for a few months while I either take a break or work on something else before coming back to it. A huge thank you to everyone who watches this vlog. I really hope you enjoyed watching it, and I also hope you enjoyed seeing what my writing process looks like. And yeah, if you would like to see more writing content, such as vlogs, writing advice, writing updates, or even just book reviews and recommendations, make sure to hit that like button and also subscribe to my channel. I also have a blog over at Spring Falls Chronicle where I share writing updates, book reviews, author interviews, and just the general chaos and ramblings of a bookworm. And for anyone who might be looking for some fun middle grade reads, I am also the author of the Enchantria series, which is a completed fantasy quartet that I independently published earlier in 2024. It is a portal fantasy with crystals, prophecies, ravens, and dangerous quests, and it is the perfect book for any young reader who might be looking for a whimsical fantasy read. So yeah, a huge thank you to everyone who saw this vlog, and I shall see y'all in the next video.